that I get to share my faith in the classroom is by showing kindness to each of my students, because I do not know what their lives are like at home, so when they get to see me, I'm that example for them. Some of my students do not have additional support when they go home, and I'm able to take them back to a table and we can go through one-on-one on a homework assignment or a writing assignment, and I'm able to show Christ-like kindness with them because I am helping them get through the frustrations they might have and provide extra support. For some of my students, the school is a safe place for them. They feel like they can express themselves in the classroom, and I'm extremely thankful to be given the opportunity to help in their education.
One way to share your faith in the classroom is to be intentional. I ask God every morning to give me the opportunities to be intentional with my students. Part of being intentional is meeting the students where they are. I don't know, whether it's doing homework or buying school supplies. A few weeks ago, I had a student and he wasn't able to afford some school supplies. So I was able to show him the love of Christ just by buying him school supplies. Since then, this student opens up to me and we have a better relationship because of it. It's like the lyrics to a song. If you gave your life to love them, so will I. Jesus calls me to love my students like they're my own. And I do that through being intentional.
One way I share my faith with the students is by making sure that I'm available to them. What that means is making sure that they're comfortable coming to me about stuff in their academic life or their personal life, whatever the case is. So the day before yesterday, one of my students came to me and asked me if he could have a homework handout because he has no internet access at home. One of the reasons I feel like my student came to me is because he knows that I am available for him if he needs help with anything. Because of that, I try and make sure I'm available because Christ encourages us to help others. So that's what I try and do. I try to help.
One way that I can incorporate Jesus into my classroom is when I'm getting onto a student or having to correct them. Right now we have a student, he's going through a little bit of a rough patch at home and he's starting to lash out at some other kids. I had to get onto him one time and tell him, hey man, you gotta stop acting this way. And he was wondering, why do I have to act a certain way towards other kids? I told him, it's like, the golden rule. You treat others the way you want to be treated. I got to have a conversation with him and explain, this is how we want to treat people. We want to treat them with respect and with love like Jesus did. Being a male teacher is you get looked at as a father figure to these kids. A lot of them open up about stuff going on in their life. With this one kid in particular, these conversations have been really good, and hopefully in the future he can open up more about things going on in his life and we can have more deeper conversations about Jesus and biblical principles.
In a public school setting, we don't always have the opportunity to come right out and tell our students about Jesus. One way that I found to do this is take every opportunity that your students give in conversation and point it back to what Jesus has done for me. They may bring up Jesus and what they've learned in church, and through those opportunities, I tell them the truths that I have learned. So overall, it's not the easiest thing to share Jesus in our public school systems, but we're called to make disciples. And for us, that calling comes through teaching. We're going to do everything we can and take every opportunity possible to incorporate Jesus into our classes daily.